Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Since this morning, or you can say for the past few hours, because I don't know in which time zone you're living. For the past few hours, I have been hearing rumors, claims as well by some journalists, pro Fano accounts that Ethiopian military is withdrawing from the Amhara region. Journalist did a video a few hours ago. He quoted some sources. Obviously, sources are not disclosed. People contacted me. Several viewers, I received emails, messages on Twitter, WhatsApp, my Gmail. Said, Sajid, what is your take? Is Ethiopian military withdrawing from the Amhara region? Is it a withdrawal like military withdrew from Tigray? Let's analyze these claims. When military withdrew from Tigray, it happened twice. On two occasions, Ethiopian military withdrew or retreated from Tigray. On both occasions, military had a battlefield leverage. First withdrawal happened in June, at the end of June 2021. Back then, almost all big cities of Tigray were under military control. Tigray fighters were fighting in Tambian. Though Tigray fighters had managed to survive, EDF and ENDF failed to completely defeat Tigray forces. Back then, military announced to retreat, and PM Abiy back then said that Mekelle had stopped being center of gravity. It was no more strategic. First withdrawal. Military was in a stronger position than TDF members. Second withdrawal happened at the start of last year. In September, August-September 2021, Ethiopian Air Force deployed combat drones, TB2s and Chinese Winglongs became part of operations. The Tigray forces were unable to advance. Their convoys were being hit. Their heavy weapons were being hit. Long overstretched supply lines, and TDF decided to retreat from North Shore Amhara, Oromia Special Zone Amhara. Ethiopian military followed them. It wasn't a retreat, but it wasn't a withdrawal, but Ethiopian military decided against entering Tigray. So I wouldn't say it was a withdrawal of military, but it was a decision by military that it should not enter Tigray. Again, military had leverage. Tigray forces were on the retreat. We are not seeing the same leverage held by military in the Amhara region. Military has no leverage in the Amhara region. Military entered Amhara region to restore peace, stability. Military captured just 6 main cities a few weeks ago. Out of 6, 2 are battle zones now. One is a battle zone, other under Fano control. Shore orbit under Fano, Debre Birhan, battle zone, drone strikes, heavy weapons, total communication blackout there. 4 relatively stable, Gondar, Lalibela, Bahirda, Debre Birhan, even fighting in Debre Birhan to some extent. So military has not achieved its objectives in Amhara. People would say military did not achieve objectives in Tigray too. Different. We cannot say situation is same. Military is the one which is stopping Fano fighters from taking over the entire Amhara region. I have been saying, I've been sharing my assessment with you of capabilities of Amhara police, Amhara militia members. Amhara police, Amhara militia cannot stop Fano fighters. I've been saying that since day one. Military's total withdrawal from Amhara would mean that Amhara has come under Fano control. Because you will see police and militia would collapse in days. So no I don't think that military would completely withdraw from Amhara region at this point of time. Firstly. Secondly, what is overall situation in Amhara? Military has managed to take control of North Gondar so far. Amhara already under military control. Amhara, North Gondar, Oromia Special Zone, parts of North Wallo. That is where military is in a strong position. In all other zones of the Amhara region, either Fano in a stronger position or situation is volatile. East Gojam, West Gojam, North Shoa, South Wallo, large territories under Fano control. South Gondar, West Gondar. In all these zones of the Amhara region, Fano fighters are either in a strong position or these areas are very volatile. Both sides there. How can we imagine that military would leave Amhara region at this crucial time? So militarily it does not make sense. For me it does not make sense. We cannot just rely on a few sources when we break this big news or we claim that military is withdrawing from the Amhara region. We cannot rely on just 1, 2, 3 sources. You need to analyze the entire picture. Having said that, coming week is very crucial for Ethiopia. 3 big celebrations are going to be held in Ethiopia after a week. Muslims are celebrating Rabiul Awwal, the day of the birth of Muslims Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him. Big rallies are held. Orthodox Christians celebrating they're celebrating Maskell Damira on 28th of September and 27th of September. I think Damira on 27th, if I'm not wrong, and Maskell on 28th. Then Oromo group celebrating Irricha. I think it's on 26th and 27th. You see that Muslims, Orthodox Christians and Oromo, Wake, religion, followers of Bagadas, all are going to celebrate their programs next week, after a week you can say. And we know that tensions are already very high. Oromo Amhara tensions, unprecedented tensions in border areas. It would be a challenge for security forces to ensure that all these 3 religious events are held peacefully. Ideally, if PM Abiy wants to announce peace, announce withdrawal, this is an ideal time. In respect of upcoming Maskell, Irricha, Rabiul Awwal celebrations, he can announce a withdrawal. Ideally, it's the right time. Militarily, what is being claimed does not make sense. Withdrawal of military means Amhara region would come under Fano control. Then, what is the reason behind movement of troops? It is being reported troops are on the way by air from Bahirdar. They are leaving from Wallo, Shoa. Reports of mobilization, movement of troops being seen towards Oromia. There could be several reasons. Troops relocation happens in wars. Troops are relocated, new reinforcements are brought in, it happens. Obviously, soldiers cannot fight forever. They need rest too. And secondly, I think military will have to make some tactical readjustments. What military so far has tried in the Amhara region is not working. Military deployed its ground forces. It resorted to aerial bombardment. It deployed heavy weapons. Strategy is not working. Fano fighters retreated from 6 cities, they returned, and now large parts of Amhara under their control. It means Ethiopian military is in need of a new strategy if it wants to survive. Otherwise, the way Fano is putting pressure upon military, gradually military could be in serious trouble in Amhara. So this TOPS movement is part of new military strategy adopted by Ethiopian military. And strategies are not made public. We only analyze developments on the ground, then we try to get a hint of what military is up to. That is basics of military science, that military groups don't disclose their strategies. My understanding is that Ethiopian military is up to a new strategy. It wants tactical readjustments, regrouping, relocation of its troops, and we're going to see a new strategy. Total withdrawal from the Amhara region of Ethiopian military is unlikely at this point of time. Having said that, PM Abiy's government can announce withdrawal at this point of time in respect of upcoming religious celebrations, to send a message of peace to the people, to the groups of the Amhara region. Such announcement can be made, though it would be a gamble because Fano fighters might reject the announcement and they can continue their advance towards Addis Ababa. So, several scenarios. Overall, I personally see it as start of a new military strategy adopted by Ethiopian military. We'll try to give you updates in coming hours about this development. Thank you for watching.